What's up, all my folks out in YouTube land? Daryl, also known as the Finisher. Man, I've been on a little hiatus, man, trying to get my situation straight for 2023, and I think I got it. So from here on out, we'll be putting these constant videos out. Had to come up with a plan because, hey, I got a whole family, man. We got a lot of stuff going on over here, so it takes a lot of work to get these videos out. But today, why I think charging by the hour is trash. And I mean, look, it's not, I get you got your, whatever you do in your back office and whatever however you come up with your numbers, and I get it, you're looking at, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when you deal directly with the customer and they ask you, how much do you charge by the hour? And you give them a number. I mean, you can do that. I'm not saying that you're not gonna make any money doing that, but I will tell you that I think it's the worst way to do it. So let's go into the reasons why. Reason number one, as soon as you tell a customer how much you charge per hour, you immediately put a cap on your pay. Like, you max out how much money you can make in a day, in an hour, you know what I mean? And essentially that just multiplies itself out. Now, and then you have a time, in order to make a certain amount of money, you have to be at their place a certain amount of time. All you guys, out there, you think of your best jobs. There's no way you're gonna tell me that they were hourly jobs. Best jobs that you've done transactionally for customers. And I'm not saying that you're not creating the value. You're creating the value, and you should get paid for the value. But sometimes it's hard to quantify that in an hourly pay basis. It just is. I used to work at Lowe's, right? And I was talking to a lady, and it was about getting a sliding glass door installed. And I think at the time, the sliding glass door to get it installed from Lowe's was like $500 or something like that for the installation. And she was asking me how long it takes, and I told her, I gave her an idea because it couldn't really. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take that specific contractor to do it. She doing the calculations, and she's like, man, if they charge $500 and it takes him 10 hours to do it, I'm not sure if that's the number, but I'm just throwing the number out there, then he's going to make $50 an hour. And I mean, a carpenter making $50 an hour. I'm a nurse. I'm an RN. I don't make $50 an hour. I make like $35. There's no way a carpenter should make more than me. Totally changed the customer's idea and even what she wanted to get done just based off of that hourly thing. I'm telling you, man, save yourself. Don't get into them hourly numbers, but let's go to the next one. The second one, the vast majority of specialists do not get paid by the hour. Now, I get it. A lot of people think of handyman are not specialists, right? And be honest with yourself, some of you may not be specialists yet. I didn't start out as a specialist in any one particular thing. Now I consider in certain aspects, I'm a specialist in multiple ways, but I made myself that. And I look at it like I look around, I don't see specialists that charge by the hour. You might say, hey, lawyers charge by the hour. Yeah, but guess what? You ain't a lawyer. And a lawyer could come up and say, I'm $400 an hour, and a lot of people are like, okay, figure out how they can afford $400 an hour for this lawyer, right? They're not gonna do that for you. So if you want to get paid like a specialist, you gotta act like it. And specialists don't charge by the hour. The third one, man, it puts the customer, if you tell the customer how much you charge by the hour, it puts the customer in a totally different state of mind. And look, and I know some people that's gonna watch this are gonna be customers, right? So it's good for you guys to understand this as well. They're gonna be people who are looking for handymen, looking for contractors and everything. So this is the same for it. I tell people like this, that anytime somebody asks me what I charge by the hour, I tell them I don't do hourly. I come up with a price for the job because I think it's in both of our best interests. Up front, you have a pretty definitive price. It's rare for me to go back and change the price unless I opened up a wall and discovered a total nightmare, which has happened. I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I just did a video showing y'all crawled into the house and somebody's floor is falling apart. So, you find things like that. But for the most part, it just is what I charge. That's just And I tell them that I think it helps both of us, gives you the peace of mind knowing up front how much things cost, and you don't have to constantly be watching, because that's their mind frame. Like, what would you think about it from your perspective, especially you guys that have helpers or employees? Some of you guys have multiple employees. Does it change the way you think when you start paying somebody? Before you became a business owner, you thought one way, and then when you start paying somebody and the money was coming out of your pocket, and you were paying them by the hour, and you're watching what they're doing, and their production level ain't where you think it should be. It's the same levels of customers. Like, you answer the phone, you answer the phone, take a 5-minute call, and customers like, oh man, that guy was on the phone for half an hour. You know what I'm saying? Because it just feels like that when it's your money. I mean, you walk outside to your truck 2 times, customers like, I mean, my goodness, bro, get your tools. You done walked outside 20 times. I mean, it just changes the way you think, because they're just thinking like you're just trying to milk the clock. And anybody who's worked in construction and worked, I don't know, maybe you worked we call it a rate job, where you're getting paid by. Your whole mentality changes when you're doing a rate job. I don't care what profession you're in. I didn't see them all. We done worked on everything from colleges to estate buildings, military complexes. I done worked on all of them. And when people work on rate jobs, their mentality changes, man. So that's how the customer sees it. So spare yourself the aggravation. Next one. Getting paid by the hour is volatile. Like, when we're talking about your business, it's hard to quantify, because I get it. Sometimes you end up with there's times I went into a house in their basement where the people try to finish it themselves, and it was a total disaster. Like, you couldn't hang the stand, and they decided to hang all the bottom sheets of sheetrock and sat them all directly on the floor. Like, it was a mess. And how long would it took me to finish it and fix it? I don't know. I have no idea. So yeah, I get those jobs where the only way I could do this is charge you by the hour. But on those jobs, you could charge. It's either I'm gonna charge X, Y, and Z, or we're just not gonna do it, because you just gonna have to. The customer's gonna have to understand that it's gonna cost a lot of money. Anyway, say you're trying to have projections on your business and how much you should make for certain jobs, and you have jobs on the board, and you're trying to do some predictions and figure out how much you're going to make and all these things. It's just hard to do that when you're getting paid by the hour. You want you need the power to be able to, like I said, to know ahead of time how much this job is going to cost, how much you want to make, and that's it. It's just set from the door. If this X happens, you can set all these parameters in place and have them ahead of time, versus, hey, it's just going to be about an hour, and hopefully you don't run out of money. So just remember, it's your business. You want control. You want the power over your pricing. Last but not least, when you're working by the hour, the more efficient you are, the less money you make. And I'm gonna tell you this, to be honest with you, that's the main one for me. It's a shame, that it's like that, but I'm not gonna punish myself for being better at something. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. A lot of times, I've gotten a lot more efficient at different jobs over the years, but it's because of experience. I had a lot of scenarios I run into that help me understand different way to do things. The more tools that I bought, tools that made the job easier. Maybe at one time I was sanding all the drywall by hand, and now I got a drywall sander hooked up to a vacuum, and it's just cuts the time way down. All the money that I spent, all the time, all the training, everything, now I'm faster, and because of that, I should get punished. I should make less money. No, that can't be the case. This is the one for me. This is like the one. Or the nature of this business is that I have knowledge that the customer, needs, right? I have a whole bunch of tools, a whole bunch of experience, and I take all those tools, pack them all in my truck, and drive them over to your house to do your work for you. What's that worth? Y'all don't sell yourself short. I keep saying that to people. Do not sell yourself short. And to all the customers, I want you guys to understand that, or to everybody that's out there just looking at maybe hiring a handyman or what you're looking for. It's the same thing. You want somebody with all that experience, but you just gotta understand that that's gonna cost something. It's just, it has to. So there it is, and there you have it. That's how I feel, man. Paid by the hour, trash. Maybe you feel differently, I'm not saying I'm not saying every single scenario, but for the most part, trash. You feel differently? Hey, leave it in the comments. Maybe you got a different, way of looking at it than I do. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna keep this going on a regular basis. Man, let's keep the conversation going, all right? Daryl, also known as the Finisher. Stay safe. Be blessed.